So there's three things that when I finally quit doing them, my life actually got a lot better. And it's ironic because you think of the word quit, but when I quit doing these things and it was really easy to do, I started to make more money. I attracted more fulfilling relationships. I felt happier, and I pretty much became a magnet for good things. Like the amount of success, the amount of money, the amount of good opportunities that came into my life after I quit these things is incredible. And so in this video, I want to share with you the 3 quick and easy things that if you quit them, amazing things will start to happen into your life. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, wishing you an amazing day. Hit the like button right over there and right over there, and let's dive right into this video. So the first thing that I quit doing is I quit trying to get what I wanted, which sounds like a paradox. And when people talk about the law of attraction and the people that hate on the law of attraction, what they'll say is, oh, it's all about focusing on what you want and that doesn't work. And they're right. But the way that the Secret movie set up the law of attraction is that it basically said, if you just think about the things that you want in your head, you're going to get them in your life. This made a lot of people really interested, and it pissed a lot of other people off. And it created this divide where very few people really understood what it was about. And Wayne Dyer was one of those people that summarized it best. He said, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Because the law of attraction is a secondary universal law to the law of vibration, which says that we live in an ocean of motion. Everything is vibrating. Your body is a massive energy vibrating at a very high speed. This is called a shirt. The reason it's called a shirt is because of the certain vibratory frequency that the energy is projecting itself at. And what you are is a massive energy at a high speed of vibration. So when I go like this, you're going to see an image now. And this image is of Kirlian Photography. This is what your body would look like if your eyes could see beyond the very small frequency bandwidth called visible light. You would actually see yourself as an energy field. Now, this picture right here is an example of what your energy field actually looks like. So what you are isn't a person. I'm not Jake Ducey. That's just 2 words. You would never hear somebody say, I am fingernail. Those are just words. You aren't a fingernail, and I'm certainly not Jake Ducey. I'm a spiritual being in a physical body. I'm a massive energy moving at a very high speed of vibration, and I project this universal consciousness through my own mental faculties. And that's how I set the frequency that I vibrate in. So I'm not a person, I'm an energy field. And the level at which my energy field vibrates at determines what I attract back into my life. That's what the law of attraction is saying. It's not saying you get what you want, it's saying you get what you are. And what you are is a massive energy moving at a very high speed of vibration. And the frequency at which you vibrate at into this universe, the broadcasting frequency that you broadcast to the universe, much like a radio tower signal broadcasts as a frequency, the way that you do that is your own vibration and your own energy. And that frequency level that you're vibrating at is what determines what you attract into your life. Because everything is really 2 things. What you want and the absence of what you want. So you could think about wanting money, but you could be vibrating in scarcity and fear, and you could be projecting that frequency, and everything you are doing out of fear. You are doing out of lack. You are doing out of limitation. You're allowing the outside environment, your world, to control your level of thinking. So when your bank account doesn't have money, you read back what the bank account says. I don't have money, I'm broke. And you're doing everything out of fear. So you're in a frequency that is the opposite of what you want. So you know consciously what you want, but subconsciously the frequency pattern is the opposite of what you want. And you attract based off of your subconscious and dominant frequency pattern or energy that you are vibrating at to the universe. Because the law of attraction is a secondary law to the law of vibration. And law of vibration, as I said we live in an ocean of motion and everything has a frequency. Now, the law of attraction just says that the similar frequencies, that's what you attract into your life based off of your perception. And so I want to flash this image onto the screen right now, and this is of different frequencies. So if you see the bottom X, this is where you are now. So I would think about, let's say you want money, let's say you want a certain job, let's say you want romance in your life, let's say you want more health. Any reality that you want, that's the top X. So the bottom X is where you are now, and the top X is what you want. So the reality is that all the energy that ever was and ever will be is already here. It's just at different frequency levels. So I have to start vibrating at the frequency of what I want. I have to match and sustain the frequency of what I want. And what happens is I start getting what I want, because you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So the question is, for me to attract what I want in my life, how can I change what I'm broadcasting? By recognizing that what I want is already here. And what happens is there's a shift in perception. So then you're not worried about hopefully getting what you want and wondering when it's coming and, oh my gosh, it's not here yet. Look at my bank account. It's not working yet, Jake. It's not working yet. You don't do that anymore, because you recognize that it's already here, and your outside world is simply a mirror of your inner frequency level or vibration that you are sending to the quantum field. So you don't get what you want, you get what you are. And the question is, what are you broadcasting? And when you go from there, you quit offering resistance. And that's what speeds up so you get what you want quicker, faster, and easier. So the second thing that I quit doing is I quit pushing heaven into the future. And by heaven, I'm not talking about the afterlife. I'm talking about the heaven on earth that I wanted to create. So if we pull that image back up of the different frequencies onto the screen right here, it was like I was the bottom X of what I wanted, and the top X was the reality that I wanted. And I used to look at it like it's way over there out in the future. And then I realized that everything has a frequency pattern. So what I want already existed. So I realized that there, that place out there in the future, there, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever it is, out there, I realized that it was a frequency pattern that existed here in my own consciousness. There is a place. It's a frequency level. And so instead of projecting what I wanted into the future and hoping one day that I would get it, and hoping one day it would arrive, and contemplating what life might be like sometime in the future when I get my salvation and my heaven and I attract the money or the job or the soulmate or what I want comes into my life in the future, I started to realize, and I stopped projecting my consciousness into the future, because spirit energy is 100% evenly present at all places at all times. So there really is no past and future. There's just a bunch of different, in essence, parallel realities or infinite frequency levels that are all happening simultaneously. And the one that you experience as reality is based off of your own perception. Now, here's the crazy thing. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. So to get the thing that you want in the future, that higher frequency of consciousness, you have to use your imagination right now. And whatever you see in your mind, you will hold in your hand. So I took the future and I made it a fact in my present mind. Neville Goddard said to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled as if it's already yours. And when you assume the feeling, you create the emotions. You feel excited as if it's happened. So I imagine my YouTube videos going viral. I imagine that I was a millionaire even though I was a college dropout. I imagine my books were published with the biggest English publishing companies in the world. Now they're published by Penguin Random House. I imagined that I met my soulmate and we had an amazing life together. And I didn't put it into the future. I lived as if I had it already in my mind. And I was so grateful for it, and I was thankful to God, and it felt as if it was already real. So I stopped creating a future in my own mind. Because in the Bible it said another way. It says, to those that have, more will be given. To those that do not have, even that which they have is taken away. And if you think about it this way, it's really talking about consciousness. To those that have, more will be given. You have to possess something in your own mind first. And you can't trick yourself into thinking you have something if you don't believe, if you don't understand the knowledge that it already exists as a frequency, and your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. So your imagination is really the will of God that you get to use. And that you get to use your imagination to convince yourself that you already have it. So to those that have, more is given. Once you possess it in consciousness, instead of hoping to attain it into the future, that's when you materialize it. And then to those that do not have, I don't have it and I don't know when it's coming. Remember what I said in the earlier part? I said, everything is two things: what you want and the absence of what you want. So to those that do not have, even that which they have is taken away. Because if you're in the consciousness of not having, of pushing your desire into the future and hoping one day you will attain it, what you're really doing is setting your vibration up into a frequency of not having money, not having soulmate, not having the job you want, not having the life you want, not having the miracle you want. You're perceiving an absence in your life. So if we flash that energy field picture of you as an energy field back up, imagine that this energy field has an encoded frequency of your level of consciousness. So this energy field that you are seeing and imagining yourself as, this energy field has a certain frequency pattern. Just like 100.7 FM has a certain frequency pattern, and that is what creates the rock station you're listening to. It has a certain frequency pattern, a vibration that has information in it. And the information is 100.7 is a rock station. Similarly, you are broadcasting a frequency from your energy field. And your energy field has encoded information in it that is telling your level of perception and consciousness. So to those that don't have, even that which they have is taken away. When your energy field is vibrating, and you can pick it up on somebody, right? You can pick up someone's vibe. Well, when your vibe is saying, what I want is in the future, maybe one day I'll get it, hopefully I'll get lucky, what you're really saying is, I don't have. And even that which they have is taken away from you, because you attract more of what you are. Because the law of attraction says like energy attracts like energy, and you don't get what you want, you get what you are, which is a vibratory pattern that you create from your own level of perception. So try this. Thank you that what I want is already here. Thank you that the money has arrived. Try that. A double thank you, and then what you want. Thank you that I'm going on amazing romantic dates and I'm meeting all these people that find me attractive and that I find attractive. Thank you that good luck and good fortune is blessing my life. I paid off all my debts. I'm out of debt now. I'm in the positive. I saved my first $5,000. I saved my first $1 million. Thank you. So try that. Thank you that what I want already exists. You can comment that down below if you wish. Thank you that what I want already exists. Now here's the third and final thing that I gave up that changed my life. I stopped thinking of myself as the physical being called Jake. I stopped thinking that I was Jake Ducey, because what is Jake Ducey? First of all, it's just a sound, really, it's a word. I'm not a word, I'm so much more than a word. And then I stopped thinking of myself as a physical body. Because if I believe that I'm a physical body and I believe everything that I'm told in society, I'm this little physical body and this is who I am and I'm separate from you and I'm separate from spirit and I'm separate from what I wanted and I'm this little object that's locked in space and time for a certain amount of years until I die. If I believe that, then inherently, I also believe all the limitations and stories that come with it, which affects my perception and what I believe I'm capable of accomplishing and achieving. So if I believe that I'm just a body and I believe that I'm just Jake, I have to believe the past of Jake. So the past of Jake was, I wasn't very smart. I didn't do very good on my SATs or ACTs to get into college. I was pretty much a C student. I failed junior English class in high school and I finished an independent study. I'm a college dropout. So if I looked at all those things, I wasn't a good writer. If I looked at those things, then I would be attached to the past and the limitations of my body. which could limit what I'm capable in my life, especially as someone who makes their living as an author and as a writer and has 2 published books with Penguin Random House. So I had to realize that I wasn't Jake. Jake is an illusion. Jake is part of the world of Maya. In Buddhism, the word Maya means illusion. So Jake is part of the world of illusion. What I see as Jake and the past memories of Jake, that's 1% of who I really am. What I really am is a spiritual being in a physical body. My spiritual DNA is perfect. My spiritual DNA is perfect. And I'm a totally unlimited being. And I'm taking pure universal consciousness. And I have the free will to use my mental faculties of imagination, perception. I get to use these to form consciousness and imagine who I want to be and what I want to achieve in life. And so when I recognize that the physical world is just a small representation of the larger non-physical spirit, and I recognize that I am spirit, I'm one with this universal intelligence. There's only one energy here, just in different forms, and I am one with it, then what that means is that I'm no longer bound to all the limitations that I thought I was, that decide whether I'm worthy or unworthy, whether I'm good enough or smart enough, whether I can have what I want, my perceived limitations and weaknesses. I am none of those things. I am one with God. I'm not only made in the image of God, I am one with this spirit. And this spirit is in everything that I want too. So I'm worthy of everything that I want in life. So all the stories about Jake become irrelevant, and I become a magnet of pure spirit energy. And the qualities of spirit energy are for fuller expansion. They are for constant success and growth, well-being. So what does this mean? If I follow that law of spirit, then fuller expansion means that I can increase my finances to levels I've never imagined. I can increase my success to levels I've never imagined. Unconditional love and well-being, that means I can attract my soulmate. Have an amazing family. I can have deep, true love for myself and other people. Have enriching relationships. All these things are possible to me once I identify with my true nature. Once you identify with your true nature, which is divine spirit. You're a spiritual being in a physical body, and the essence of who you are is totally holy, divine, and worthy, and capable of anything. And when your awareness raises to that level, that's when miracles really become possible, and that's when life gets really exciting. And so I invite you to say, I'm a divine spiritual being. I'm worthy of everything that I want. And when you do that, the horizons open and you find out that you're a lot more capable than you could ever imagine, and life can be a lot easier than you ever imagined. So comment down below, I'm a divine spiritual being. Comment down below, I'm a divine spiritual being. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and these are 3 things that when you quit and you move into these level of awareness and consciousness, you start to attract more of what you want. Life becomes easier. You find more freedom and happiness. You attract more money, more success, and more than anything, you grow and evolve as a soul. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit the like button on this side or on this side. The like button is what sends this out into the YouTube universe so more people see it. So if you enjoyed this message, one of the ways you can continue to share and spread this awakening in our world is to hit the like button on this side or this side to notify the YouTube algorithm to send this out to more people. So hit the like button and subscribe and bell notification. If you've already subscribed, I just heard from a subscriber last week week that said they weren't getting notified for my videos even though they were subscribed, and they asked why. So we found out it's because of the bell notification. So whether you're new or you've been on the channel for a while, please make sure that you double check you've hit the bell notification on this side or this side, and that's what will actually notify you for new videos. If you want to supercharge your life and reprogram your subconscious mind to eliminate all the old stories and limiting beliefs, right there down below is my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it now, which is really cool. And every day I get these amazing stories of people that unexpectedly attract success or money or new relationships or their soulmate, and they just feel like they've become kind of a magnet for good things. And that's because when you reprogram your subconscious mind, you start to have the flow of life work for you a lot more, because 95% of your life is subconscious, and the subconscious can be reprogrammed for a lot better things. And so you can program your subconscious for success. You can program your subconscious for other things that you want as well. So my free success hypnosis is right there down below to turn your subconscious into a magnet for what you want. And it's free. It's right there down below. I always say brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. And so it's right there down below, pinned to the comments, jakeshypnosis.com. So go ahead and check that out. Remember, you are a divine being, and extra points to anyone that comments down these 3 things to give up to increase the flow of life. And if you leave that comment down below, you can help everyone else remember. So have an absolutely great day. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, you are a divine spiritual being.